Hi, sixth graders. It is Thursday, April 23rd, and this is your video guide to today's classwork. We are, as you already know, hopefully, fingers crossed, taking our end of unit weather and climate assessment, tests, checkup, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter. It is attached to your distance learning doc, which I'm looking at a copy of right now. So I'm assuming, since I posted the doc on the stream before I posted this guide, that you've probably got the doc open, I hope. You can take the test on your own, at your own pace, anytime today between 9 a.m., which it's probably already passed, and 4 p.m., and by 4 o'clock this afternoon, I hopefully will have your test along with all the other sixth graders' assessments. So 4 o'clock is the deadline. During each of the 2 Google Meets today, I'm going to be reading the test questions aloud for those of you who would like to hear the test read aloud. I'll also be answering questions that students have in the Meet as I read the test aloud to support you, okay? But the advantage of taking a test while watching this video guide is that you can pause the guide and you can look in the textbook or look in your notes to find the answers to questions. Then you can start the guide back up, you can go forward, backward, whatever you want. So some of you guys might prefer as a visual to use this guide over joining a Meet. Anyway, I'm going to leave that up to you. Here are some important reminders before you take the today's test. Very important, each and every one of these. So first reminder, you can use your notebook and binder. I hope you have it out in front of you right now. And you may also use the textbook. So I hope you also have, in a separate window, yourself logged on to LabAIDS, and you know how to navigate, move from activity to activity, page to page. That could be very helpful as you go through the test questions. Okay? Answer every one of the test questions, please, including the bonuses. Please, please, please. Okay? The worst thing in the world is when I'm going through your test and I'm grading it and I see that a student accidentally left a question blank. So please do whatever you need to do. Check it over at the end. I don't care how you do it. Answer every question, including the bonuses. Okay? You are obviously, like tests in the classroom, there should be no student-to-student communication of any way, shape, or form. Okay? I'm not going to go through all the possibilities. It doesn't matter. You should take this test on your own. You are on the honor system. If you have any questions, you can private message me. I will be around my computer for most of the day. I can't guarantee I'm going to be there for every minute of every hour between 9 and 4. But I'm going to need a few breaks. Sprinkle them in. But for the most part, I will be there. And of course, most important, send me your test when you're finished, please. All right? Please, please, please send me your test. I can't grade it if you don't send it to me. All right? So those are the reminders. I say now, if you're ready, we go. Okay? If you're not, pause the video. I'm going. You can restart it when you're ready. Open up today's attachment, which is your test. Begin, and good luck. I'm looking at a copy of the test right now. Please put your first name and last name. Type it in where it says student name. Highlight the class period that you would normally have science if we were at school. Okay, and then you see 4 bullet pointed directions. First one is just a reminder to use your textbook and your notes to help you if you need it. Second one, highlight the best answer choice. Okay, I would prefer that you do that any way that I know which answer choice you picked, as long as there's only one answer choice for each question, okay, highlight it. I mean, that's what I'm recommending. I think that's the best. It's easy for me to see. But however you want to do that, it's really up to you, okay? Please check over your work, and like I said earlier, make sure that you answer every question, including the bonuses. And when you're finished, send me your test, all right? I'm going to get into the questions right now. So question number 1, all right? Which of the following best describes the difference between weather and climate? Which of the following best describes the difference between weather and climate? A, weather is global and climate is local. B, weather can be predicted, but climate cannot. C, weather describes outdoor conditions at a specific time and place, while climate describes weather patterns over a long period of time. D, weather includes wind and rainfall, while climate only describes temperature. And again, I'm not going to pause a lot between the questions because I'm going to assume you'll do that on your own. So I'm just going to go right from question to question. Okay. Number 2, the Earth's atmosphere is made up mostly of blank. A, clouds. B, weather fronts. C, tiny particles of pollution from cars and machinery. D, gases like nitrogen, oxygen, and water vapor. 3, what could happen if there was too much carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere? A, nothing. The temperature of the Earth would stay the same. B, the temperature on Earth would go down, and therefore there would be global cooling. C, the temperature on Earth would go up, and therefore there would be global warming. Or D, oceans on Earth would dry up, and there would be global drying. Number 4. Which of the following is not an expected effect of climate change? A, extreme weather events. B, sea levels rising. C, glaciers melting. D, water pollution. 5. Which of the following can cause the greenhouse effect on Earth? A, human population growth. B, too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. C, too much methane in the atmosphere. D, all of the above. 6. Which of the following is not an effect that oceans have on climate? Which is not an effect that oceans have on climate? A, ocean wave patterns that can make it warmer or cooler. B, oceans store heat from the sun and move it around the world. C, oceans, being large bodies of water, can moderate coastal climates. D, all of the above. 7. Which word best describes, I'll restart. It doesn't say describes. Which word best completes the following sentence? Let me repeat that. Which word best completes the following sentence? Ocean currents affect climates because they transfer blank from one part of the world to another. A, salt. B, sunlight. C, heat. Or D, water. Which climate type can be described as dry year-around with very little precipitation? A, tropical. B, severe. C, mild. Or D, dry. Number 9. Why are polar climates located far from the equator at higher latitudes? A, the poles face the sun and they get more direct solar energy. B, the sun's rays strike the poles more indirectly, making it cold. C, it has no prevailing winds. D, it has no mountains to affect its climate. Number 10. In which layer of Earth's atmosphere does weather occur? A, exosphere. B, mesosphere. C, troposphere. D, stratosphere. We're halfway through. Number 11. Wind and ocean currents are caused by warm, less dense air or water rising and cool or more dense air or water sinking. This is called blank. A, density. B, a conduction current. C, a convection current. D, an atmospheric condition. Number 12. Danbury schools, which are much further inland and away from any large body of water, had 6 inches of snow and a 2-hour snow delay. Stamford schools, near the Long Island Sound, had mostly cold rain and less than an inch of snow and no delay. That sucks for us. Why did Stamford have less snow than Danbury? A, the sun is not as strong inland. B, large bodies of water moderate climates. C, it's colder on the top of mountains. D, the land is flat near the Long Island Sound. 13. Which of the following is not a cause of climates? Which of the following is not a cause of climates? A, the amount of pollution on the surface of the earth. B, a high elevation or altitude in a mountain range. C, the amount of the sun's energy at a location on Earth. D, warm ocean currents carrying heat. Number 14. What happens when cold, salty water combines with warm, fresh water? A, the cold, salty water is more dense, so it will rise above the warm, fresh water. B, the cold, salty water is less dense, so it will rise above the warm, fresh water. C, the cold salty water is more dense, so it will sink below the warm fresh water. Or D, the cold salty ocean water is less dense, so it will rise above the warm fresh water. (15) Which of the following are conditions of weather that might be included in a weather forecast? Which of the following are conditions of weather that might be included in a weather forecast? A, humidity, temperature, and precipitation. B, ocean currents, salinity, and turbidity. C, latitude, longitude, and altitude. D, earthquakes, landslides, and volcanoes. 16. The formula to convert a temperature from degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, Celsius being C, the letter C, and Fahrenheit being F, or represented by the capital letter F. Here's the formula. F equals, open parentheses, C times 1.8, close parentheses, plus 32. Using this formula, a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius would equal how many degrees Fahrenheit? 17. Which term best completes the following sentence? During the daytime, coastlines usually experience a blank. This is because the thermal energy or heat from the sun warms up the land more than the water. The warm, less dense air above the land rises, and the cool, more dense air above the water spreads out and onto the land to take the place of the warm air. Okay? Which of the following terms best completes this sentence? Choices: A, tropical storm. B, land breeze. C, sea breeze. D, tornado. 18. What effects have human activities that involve burning fossil fuels had on the amount of greenhouse gases in the air and global warming? Okay, I'll say that one more time. What effects have human activities that involve burning fossil fuels had on the amount of greenhouse gases in the air and global warming? Okay. A, more greenhouse gases and cooler Earth. B, fewer greenhouse gases and cooler Earth. C, fewer greenhouse gases and warmer Earth. D, more greenhouse gases and warmer Earth. 19. If you were forecasting the weather, okay, you're a weather forecaster. If you were forecasting the weather, you would use the weather map symbol that looks like a blue line with triangles on one side of it. A blue line with triangles on one side of it, that weather map symbol. You would use it to predict which of the following? A cold front. B, a warm front. C, high pressure? D, low pressure. 20. Which of the following does not describe a warm front? A warmer air mass is replacing a cooler air mass. B, warmer temperatures and possible precipitation. C, clear, sunny skies. D, cloudy, unstable conditions. Bonus number 1. Montreal, Canada, and Paris, France are on the same latitude. Montreal, Canada, and Paris, France are on the same latitude. Okay? So you might expect both cities to have more or less the same weather. And they're on the same latitude, but they don't. For example, in the winter, Montreal is cold and snowy, while Paris is warmer and rainy. Which of these sentences best explains why those two cities have different climates? A, Montreal is much farther from the sun than Paris, so it receives less of the sun's energy. B, Paris is much farther from the sun than Montreal, so it receives less of the sun's energy. C, Montreal is cooled by cold ocean currents coming down from higher latitudes, while Paris is warmed by the Gulf Stream current coming up from near the equator. D, Paris is cooled by cold ocean currents coming down from higher latitudes, while Montreal is warmed by the Gulf Stream current coming up from near the equator. Bonus number 2. Which of the following is the correct order of Earth's atmospheric layers from the surface to space? Okay, from the surface of Earth to space. What is the correct order of Earth's atmospheric layers? A, the thermosphere, the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, and the exosphere. B, the exosphere, the thermosphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, and the troposphere. C, the grainosphere, the fruitosphere, the vegiesphere, the starchosphere, and the candy sphere. Or D, the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere, and the exosphere. Congratulations. You finished the test. Check your work. Make sure you answered every question. Okay? Make sure you've only answered one choice for each question. Okay? And then send me your test results. Okay. Have a great Terrapin Strong Friday. And we'll get back together next week. That means have a great weekend too.